Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about making a luxury statement and how to upgrade your entire look with just one luxury item. And I'm a huge fan of luxury goods, not just for their quality, but also their ability to elevate your look. You know, you could be wearing a really inexpensive outfit all from the high street, and I think that one well-placed luxury accessory can really make all the difference. I'm not even talking here about uber luxury like Birkins or Chanel bags or anything like that. I've kept everything here under $1,000. I think there's one exception, which is $40 over, but most items are under $1,000. But all of these pieces I do think have the ability to really elevate and transform an outfit. I have a mix of items as well. So I have a couple of clothing pieces, I have some shoes, bags, accessories, pretty much everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. This video does continue on my collaboration with MyTheresa.com. I've partnered with MyTheresa many times before. They are my go-to for all things luxury. They are still shipping, and it seems they're shipping quicker than ever. I placed an order last week. I got my order within 24 hours, which is just totally crazy. Everything that I'm featuring here today is available from MyTheresa.com, so I will include links to everything in the description section if you did want to check anything out. So my first pick are really beautiful fancy belts, and I never used to spend money on belts. The first time I did was my Gucci Marmont belt. Prior to that, I think the most I'd ever spent was like £20, but I got my Gucci one and I just fell in love with it. And I love the fact that you could be wearing the plainest outfit in the world and you just popped a belt on and it immediately made it a little bit more fancy. I did go a little bit overboard with how much I wore that one though, so I did get a little bit tired of it, and I recently sold that one and ended up getting one from Louis Vuitton, which I love. I got that one in black and I wanted to get something a little bit thinner, so I went for this Saint Laurent one in white, and I have been loving this so much. It isn't the flashiest of belts, so you do just have the YSL logo there, which is pretty subtle in terms of logo belts, but I really love that, and particularly because I wear so many dresses and skirts, I find this so useful just to pop over a midi skirt or a dress, and I instantly think it makes it look a little bit more fancy and pull together. And one of my favorite tricks is to get a dress which already has a belt with it and just swap that out. I did that with a blue dress that I got from Warehouse, and I just thought it was a really simple thing to do, and I just love the way it made it feel a little bit more luxe and different. So I'm a huge fan. This one has been a fantastic buy, but luxury belts in general I really do think are worth the investment. If you get the size right as well, you can often wear them as a denim belt and also kind of higher skirt belt as well, so you can be pretty versatile, and I'm just generally a huge fan of them. I think they're such an easy way to instantly upgrade your look. My next pick is a really great statement making pair of shoes, and there are a lot of great shoe brands out there, but if you wanted something really iconic and to make a real statement with your shoes, I don't think you can do any better than Christian Louboutin. I would say that they are not created equal in terms of comfort. A lot of his styles are very uncomfortable, but these are the Arizas and these are the most comfortable ones I found from his entire line, and I've tried a lot of them. The Arizas are the ones with the cutout right here, and they are just kind of a plain pump on the other side. I love these because not only can I actually wear them and not be in crippling pain after an hour, but they also look fantastic on. They have this beautiful point right here. They are very high, but again, you can walk in them. You do have a nice low vamp around the toe area. They're patent leather as well, so it makes them very easy to care for. And of course, you do have that iconic red sole, so you get a little flash of red every time you walk. I love these because they look incredible on, they make your legs look really long, but also very easy to pair. You know, they're very minimal, so they do go with absolutely everything. I own these in both the black and the nude as a result of that, but they also make a real statement as well. I did also want to make a note about price as well. I think these are £495 in the UK, but in the US I have found varying prices. In a lot of places I found these to be $698 I think, but on MyTheresa they are $598. So it's definitely worth shopping around. You can sometimes find these are cheaper, so always worth checking the price. My next pick is a clothing item, and it is a pair of jeans. And I know jeans aren't the most exciting things in the world, but I'm a huge believer in the power of a good pair of jeans to not only elevate your entire look, but also elevate your mood. You know, if you find a pair of jeans that you feel amazing in, I don't think there is any better confidence booster. And so the ones that I have, I really kind of stick to. I sometimes buy backup pairs as well, because a well-fitting pair of jeans is really something to treasure. A go-to brand one for me is AG. I own several pairs of them and they're always just so reliable in terms of fit and also wear as well. I have worn and washed mine so many times, I can't even count how many times, and they're still going strong. This pair I bought a few months ago and I love them, and it's really difficult to get me in a light coloured pair of jeans. Typically I always find darker coloured jeans to be much more flattering, but I love these not only for the wash and the colour but also the fit as well. They do hit at the ankle and they have that raw hem, which I now love, and I just find these to be super comfy as well. They have a good amount of stretch but not so much that they're going to get saggy, and I just think these are fantastic. So yes, a good pair of jeans can cost a lot of money, especially from brands like AG, but I really do think they are worth the investment, not just for their power to transform your outfit, but also to make you feel amazing. Next up are some bag picks, and I have a casual one here, I have a fancy one, and then kind of an all-rounder. So first up, my casual one, I had to pick my Chloe Marcy because I'm just very, very excited about this bag. This is one that I'd had my eye on for quite a while, and I finally decided to go for it when I saw this colour, which is just the perfect brown neutral shade in my opinion. I think it's so, so lovely, but this is a really nice choice if you wanted something that was still quite understated, definitely still had that luxury element, but was easy enough to go with a variety of outfits. You know, it's a pretty classic looking bag as well. Even the fact that it just reminds me of those really kind of traditional satchels. I just think it's a really, really lovely style. The leather is just beautiful. I am so in love with this color. I just think it's a really wonderful style to team with summer outfits, whether that's a nice summer dress, a simple white top and some jeans. Just a really easy one to grab and go. Very much more of a casual one in terms of style, but it really does have that beautiful understated luxury element about it. And for my more fancy bag pick, I had to pick my Saint Laurent Uptown Clutch. I do have two because I'm such a huge fan of this style. I'm only going to talk about this one briefly because I mention it a lot, but in terms of value for money and also making a statement, I think this is a great choice. The white one is now back in stock as well. I know these sell out really, really quickly. They have restocked the one in white but with the grained leather, so kind of a combination of the two. I will do close-ups so you can see the difference between the leather types, but this one is a fantastic style. It can often be difficult to find a reasonably priced luxury clutch, and it's often a style that you might want to save on as well because, you know, clutches, they don't always get a lot of use, not exactly a daily bag, so you may not want to spend, you know, £1,000 on one. This one priced at around 300, much more reasonable and just a really, really beautiful iconic style. If you did want something a little bit more multi-purpose though, a wallet on a chain is also a great option. I'm a huge fan of wallet on chains, and I didn't used to be, but over the years I've really grown to love them because of how versatile they can be. And if you are thinking about buying your first luxury bag, I definitely think a wallet on chain is a really great one to consider because it can see you all the way from errand running, albeit a very fancy errand running bag, through to travel, through to evenings out using it as a clutch. So it is very, very versatile, and there are also so many choices to choose from. One of the styles which I actually think is really underrated is the Valentino wallet on chain. Valentino always do such beautiful bags. I own two from the brand and they are so well made and so luxurious, and I really feel like they nail the combination of, you know, being very luxe and higher end and very iconic with their stud look, but it's also not too in your face, and their quality is always really, really high. So the Valentino wallet chain is beautiful, but as I mentioned, there are so many to choose from, and it's a really nice option if you did want something that can do it all, go from super casual through to travel, through to being a very, very fancy evening style. My next pick is a clothing one, and it is a dress, and I don't always recommend spending a ton of money on clothes, especially if you're just building up your luxury collection. I always think that accessories are a better way to go, but if you are going to invest in a really fancy piece of clothing, I always think versatility and cost per wear should be top of your priority list, which is why I would usually say go for a nice pair of denim or a coat, something like that. But I do also think there is a time and a place for a really beautiful dress, and if I am going to spend a lot of money on a dress now, I do try and make sure it fits a few criteria. So one, I usually go for a pretty classic design, so not something that's going to date easily. I also try and go for something that's quite neutral, and for me a little black dress is always a go-to because I always reach for them, and it's one of those items that you'll be able to wear year after year, just because a really great little black dress is just not going to date at all. This one I picked not only because I think it's beautiful quality, it is from Max Mara. I love the design, and it's also something that I can see myself wearing in 5 years time. So I do consider this one more of an investment clothing piece, and it also wasn't kind of thousands and thousands of pounds. I wouldn't really spend that level of money on a dress. This one I think was around the £230 mark. I will put the price on screen, but I think it's gorgeous. It is a drapey one, and you just cinch it in with a belt that comes with it. It is a one shoulder design. You have this beautiful little gold plate right here with an M4 Max Mara. I just think it's such a lovely design. I fell in love with the style, and this is something that you'll be able to wear on holiday with a simple pair of flat sandals. But if you wanted to dress it up with a pair of stilettos, I think it would look amazing as well. So if I am going to spend money on a piece of clothing, particularly a dress, I always do try and make sure it's quite versatile, and this one not only ticks that box, but I also think is completely stunning and makes a real statement. And finally, for my very last pick, I have my Valentino sandals. I love Valentino shoes. I have quite a few pairs, and I don't really wear my heels as much anymore, but the sandals I just don't seem to get tired of. I often think that some sandals are quite difficult to do in a really kind of nice luxe way, whereas these just tick every box for me. Not only are they beautiful, I think the design is so gorgeous, the studs are beautiful, and they're just really easy to pair. But they're also so ridiculously comfortable. I actually wore these to a wedding where I was a bridesmaid. I lasted all day long, and I danced all night long as well, and they were just great. And I think these are beautiful. They're good with a pair of jeans. You can also team them with maxi dresses, with mini dresses. They are super versatile, and I do think they're a really nice way of instantly upgrading whatever summer look you have. Even if your look is totally from the high street, pop these on and they just instantly make your outfit look so much fancier and more luxe. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will include links to everything I featured in the description section below. But if you do have any questions for me, then leave me a comment. If you enjoyed the video, please do give this a thumbs up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.